I would actually be zoomed in just a tad.
Yeah. Thereabouts? I can't hear you.
Left first. From Lawrence Academy in Groton, Mass., this is NEPSAC Girls Soccer on LSP. Today, it's the Lawrence Academy Spartans with a record of 7-4-1, 4-3 in ISL play, hosting the Nobles Bulldogs with a record of 8-2-1, 5-2-1 in ISL play. Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Sam Feely, ready to bring you the play-by-play story alongside Max Hooven on camera. LA really having a breakout season this year, 7-4-1, and led by the 4 goals, each by Brooke Ahern and Marley Chappell. Underclassmen leading the way in the scoring for LA, but you got a well-balanced and deep scoring attack for Nobles, and they are led by Ella Madura, 7 goals, 6 assists, and Lily Bryant with 6 goals and 3 assists, and plenty of scoring up and down the roster as well. They even have the top scoring defender in the ISL with Olivia Patz, who's got 3 goals and 2 assists, so they can score from anywhere on the pitch. Nobles and Lawrence Academy trying to assure themselves of a NEPSAC postseason berth, and for Lawrence Academy it would be a huge step forward after a couple of disappointing seasons the last couple of years, but of course with the sophomore Brooke Ahern from Chelmsford really breaking out this year. Anything is possible, and we'll see what these teams have in store for us today. Nobles will be going right to left in the white jerseys with blue letters and numbers, and LA going left to right in the navy blue jerseys with the white gradient and the white numbers. Looks like it'll be LA taking the first half kickoff. Will it? Marley Chappell standing way back from the ball. I don't know if she even knew it was their ball, but. And we are underway as Chappell will try to launch one off the bat, but it is played into the Nobles back line. There is Liz Gardner, 2 goals on the season for the Bulldogs. Launched up the middle for the aforementioned Ella Madura. Dances around her defender, Jordan Rems. Tries to get a through ball for Lily Bryant, and it is scooped up by Faith Gargano. Gargano taking her time getting it out of the box. Chested down by Brooke Ahern. Ahern on the left side. Trying to get the edge. Swept over the end line. This will be a corner. So less than a minute into the first half, we have our first corner of the match. And LA will try to get on the board early on. Swung into the box with the right foot and headed away. Noble's not out of the woods yet. Played back into the box and will be scooped up by the goalie Eliza Teplo. Actually, they did rule it was an offside, so it'll be just a free kick for Nobles on the far side. Oh, no shot taken. Launch up the far touchline. Liz Gardner played into the middle. Now the reach of Olivia Pats, but she will settle it down, play it back to her goalie Teplo. Turnover, however. Trying to force the issue is Brooke Anastasi. And a throw in for Nobles. And a whistle, and looks like a foul was drawn by Lawrence Academy. So a free kick and a good spot for the Spartans. Janiyah Body has come up. Body's got 3 assists on the year. Also standing over it is Chappell. Ahern's there too, still with the cast. It's going to be an interesting look. 3 players standing near the ball. And it'll be Chappell. And way off target. Three and a half gone by here in the first half, no score. Through ball up the right side is Baird, out of her reach. Now Ahern, taken away. Ahern still with pressure here on Bryant. Bryant plays it up the right side. Gets it to Gardner. Gardner returns it to Westhoff. Westhoff chips it into the box, headed up, and it'll be snuffed out by Gargano. Gargano taking her time and boots it. Don't want to move too fast and make a careless turnover against this Nobles offensive attack. Does it come all the way back to Rems up the left side? And the play is out of bounds for a throw in for LA. Well, more than 5 minutes gone by, still no score. Lawrence Academy would like to invite you to their annual open house on November 2nd. If you're interested in independent high school, join us on campus for LA's admissions open house and visit lawrenceacademy.info for details. Body cuts it off. Dances. And played back to the LA back line where it's fanned on by Podreski, and she'll play it back to Gargano. And get it away from Madura. Played from the back line by Pats. Out of bounds for a throw in for LA. Ahern fans on the pass upfield, and there to chase it down is Laurie, but she'll tap it out of bounds. This will be a throw-in for LA. It'll be Claire Lansendorf to take it. Up the far side, out of bounds for another LA throw. Touched upfield by Weaver. And can LA keep this in bounds? They cannot. Out of the reach of Megan Sheehan. Turnover by Nobles. Up the left side for Ahern. Tries to get the edge, plays it in front. No, it's to the left of goal, but it is a corner as it went off a Nobles defender. So LA with its second corner. Right foot swing. Out of the reach of everybody. Body's there to back it up, however. Plays it over to the right side, but it goes out of bounds for a Nobles throw. And excuse me, it's an LA throw. Thought they were pointing towards Nobles, but Body's throw's headed out of bounds. She'll take another one. Yeah, that's a pretty easy foul call. LSP is a proud member of the Avis affiliate program. Use the promo code on your screen or click the link in the video description for up to 30% off your rental from Avis. Ahern, a cheeky tap trying to connect with Sheehan, but Sheehan had her back turned. Correction, not Sheehan, Anastasi. Worked with 3 goals on the year, another sophomore. And should provide some solid offensive punch the next 2 years for the Spartans. Ahern and Anastasi. Free kick here for Nobles. And it'll be swept away by Podreski as it comes into the box, and it'll be a throw for Nobles in the offensive third. We are 10 minutes into the first half, still no score. Bulk of the offensive chances have been for the Spartans. And that's a good sign for LA against a high-powered Nobles team, not to concede too many chances, but now maybe a chance here for the Bulldogs as they try to work it into the box. A lot of dancing here. Gargano comes up from her line to sweep it away. And now LA trying to counterattack. Chappell. And a good job to cut it off there by Nobles Catherine Pine. And now Nobles trying to get it back into the box, but body's there to sweep it away, at least initially. Now up the right side, intercepted by Keown. Keown takes the shot, and it's scooped up by Gargano. Gargano, the junior captain from Wakefield, Mass. Played a big role in the win a couple weeks ago against Govs that you saw here on LSP. Ahern trying to muscle her way past the defense. Now whistle, and this is going to be Noble's ball. As looks like Ahern muscled it too much. I mean, it's funny, like she's got the cast. Obviously, as a striker, that's not going to impact her striking ability, but it's funny because, like, you can basically club off your defender because your arm is basically, you know, super hard with that cast wrapped around it. But you can't get too greedy with it. Talked about how Howie Long pioneered the club move in, you know, American football with basically a cast on his hand to try and get past offensive linemen to sack the quarterback. It's also kind of a trope in professional wrestling. Like, the heel wrestler injures the face wrestler's arm. The face wrestler has a cast on his arm, and then he uses that to his advantage to get revenge. It wasn't even just a face tactic. Cowboy Bob Orton was noted for using a cast, even when his arm wasn't really broken. You know, it's funny, as this is wafted into the box and it'll be scooped up by Gargano. It's funny because, you know, in 2002, The Undertaker had a cast to use a weapon in an angle with Brock Lesnar. And then, when Randy Orton challenged The Undertaker at WrestleMania and his father, Cowboy Bob Orton, got involved, Cowboy Bob Orton tried to use his cast against The Undertaker, and obviously we all know how that played out. Even the Legend Killer can't stop the Phenom. It's been a while since we've had Legend Killer Randy Orton. Randy Orton is like the best wrestler breaking character. This comes in on Gargano off the free kick by Pats, and it'll be scooped up. We're about 15 minutes through the first half and still no score. Couple chances for LA haven't really materialized in a shot on goal. One shot on goal by Nobles thus far. Now looking to make another chance here. On the left side, it's Bayard. Bayard curls it in on Gargano, and she'll scoop it up. Got to launch it for Sheehan. Played back to Teplo. Madura gets cut off. Now Chappell up the right side. Ahern making a run. She might have a chance here. Across the face of goal, and now out of bounds. Booted ahead by Smith. Bounds in a dangerous spot with a Hearn and Sheehan crashing in. And Teplo able to stop it, but not for long as LA looks to set up their offense again. Nobles gains control. Into the middle. Madura with some good moves. Now making a run upfield. Fakes the pass, goes down. Not in the box though. Just outside the box, it'll be a free kick. And it's going to be Kylie Burdos to take it. LA definitely going to have to back up that wall. Burdos only has 1 assist on the year. No goals. Scores! There's number 1. Well, Mr. Burdos, who was kind enough to hire us for the game next Friday, is psyched. Kylie Burdos gets the goal in the 18th minute. Her first goal of the year. Such an important player for the Bulldogs, but hasn't really tallied anything until now. Again, only just the 1 assist. Before that goal in the 18th minute to put Nobles up 1-0. And it was Madura. If you can give her an assist on that for drawing the foul that set up Kylie for the free kick. Now another set piece, and Gargano able to snap it up. We'll see you next Friday, right, Mr. Burdos?
Yeah. And my son plays for Brooks. So,
oh, no.
he plays for the boys, obviously.
Well, yeah, but, like, really sending your kids to 2 different schools? Well, would Nobles not take him?
Well, he was waitlisted, but he wanted to go to Brooks.
All right.
He wanted to live there.
That's a hike, isn't it?
He lives there.
Well, yeah, but, like, that's opposite sides of 95.
Yeah, you're right.
You tell me you'll hire me for some Brooks games, too?
Oh, absolutely. He's going to be there for 4 years, so.
All right. Oh, he's a freshman?
Yeah.
Okay. He playing varsity?
Yeah.
Very nice. Just soccer or what else?
Basketball.
All right.
Yeah, he won't be on the
A Hearn. And that'll be off of Pine for a throw in for LA. Chappell to her right. Tries to swing it towards the box. Swept aside. And played out of bounds. Looks like this will be a goal kick. for Nobles. LSP is the live event specialist. Be like Mr. Burdos and ask us about streaming your next sports game, gaming tournament, wedding, concert, recital, play, meeting, or other event. Rates start just $100. Visit localsportsproductions.com/services or email sam@localsportsproductions.com for more information. Madura with the dummy pass to herself. Now goes to the left for Bryant. Now back out to the top of the box. Burdos couldn't get a shot off from the top of the box. Comes back to Baird. More stumbles. Baird basically pushing Anastasia into the ball and swept over the near touchline for a throw-in for Nobles. We're more than halfway through the second half, and Kylie Burdos' free kick goal in the 18th minute is the difference. Her first goal of the year. LA able to get it out of the offensive third, but not for long. Sarah Westhoff kind of lost track of that ball as she still had possession of it. Now comes back to the Nobles back line. Madura dances to her right. Nice move. Takes the shot from distance. Wide left. But it was deflected by Gargano, so that'll be a corner. Gargano saying she didn't touch it. But it will be a corner kick for Nobles. And it's going to be Olivia Pats to take it. Swing it with the right leg. It's a dribbler, and it goes off the side of the cage. So a missed opportunity there for the Bulldogs with 16.5 to go in the first half. Are you down with a sound called LSP? Then follow us on the web at localsportsproductions.com, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Patreon, and Teespring LSP37, Snapchat LSP Media, and subscribe to the LSP YouTube channel. Madura trying to force her way in. Body sweeps it aside. Sheehan trying to get out of traffic. Out of bounds, throw in for LA. Good defense there by Smith to block the cross by Bryant. Now a lot of back and forth in the corner. And this is going to be a throw-in right at the corner flag. Is it? Or is it going to be a... Yeah, it is a throw-in, excuse me. I'll just dump it in for Bryant. Plays it out. Now cross into the box, and Gargano leaps and hauls it in as she falls down. Under 15 minutes to go in the half. Still 1-0 our score. Smith fans on the through ball attempt, and now this will trickle into the box and come towards us. Baird with the throw. Chappell gets her legs in the way of that one. Another throw in for Nobles. Foul committed. Where that's on body or Rems, I don't know, but it is going to result in a free kick for Nobles. And it will be Pats to take it. Ladies, could you move, please? Thank you. Gargano will come up to get this. It's still loose. Assistant's flag is up. The play was offside. So LA is able to escape danger there. The LSP store is now open. Get yourself a DVD copy of most past LSP video broadcasts or one of several different designs of stickers or shirts, including the LSP hoodie and the Never Concede Collection. Visit localsportsproductions.com/store after the game to place your order. Baird. Back to Rems. Ahern taps it to Chappell, trying to spring Ahern. Ahern muscles her way in. Now she's just got the goalie. She scores! Brooke Ahern levels it in the 28th minute. Her 5th of the year. 1-1. The assist to Chappell. For Chappell, that's her 2nd assist of the year. The junior from Vail, Colorado. And we are back to square one. And now Ahern trying to muscle her way through, but it's cut off by the Nobles' back line. Pretty evenly matched ball game thus far. That's what you want from these teams. Both striving to seal a spot in the NEPSAC tournament. Up the right side, trying to spring Ahern again, but there to cut it off is Keown. And it'll go out of bounds, but it'll be an LA throw. Chapel lofts it to the right side. Up the left side for Bryant. Kind of a delayed foul call, but the right call as Smith went down. As Westhoff tried to play on. Under 7.5 to go. First half, 1-1 our score. Goals in the 18th minute by Kylie Burdos and in the 28th minute by Brooke Ahern. It's a long ball that will be battled for by Ahern and Schultz. And eventually Nobles comes away with it. Up the left side and over the head of Bryant. Throw in for Rems. Play into the middle, and therefore it is Pats. Tried to spring Reese Tyree. There's Tyree again, and a whistle. I think we had a handball. Tyree. Cleared. Bryant trying to spring Tyree again. As he'll come back to Podreski. Chapel fans on it. Now trying to force her way through is Moore. Moore turns back. Goes out to Westhoff. Tried to take a shot, and coming in at the last minute to tackle it away was Smith. Great defensive play by Smith, catching Westhoff completely off guard. She didn't account for it at all. Tried to take a blast from just outside the box. And Smith sliding in out of nowhere. As long as we're talking about Randy Orton metaphors. Under 5 minutes to go in the half. It's been a good competitive ball game. Neither team has really dominated. It's been pretty well balanced, and 1-1 our score, pretty reflective of the way this game has been played. Just about what you'd expect. Nobles making a bid, but it's going to be cut off by Chapel. It'll go out of bounds. We'll have a substitution, a couple of substitutions for Nobles on the back line. Coming in is Catherine Pine. Come right to her. She'll play it into the middle, and the pass is off target. Tyree fanned on it. Keeping it in at the touchline is Bayard. And a little pinball action off of Burdos. Tyree goes down, no call. Keown stumbling on her own accord. Now up the left side for Ahern. 3.5 to go. Can Ahern give LA the lead before half? Not there. Doing a good job pursuing the ball, though. Gets past a couple of defenders, and this will go out of bounds for an LA throw. Another substitution, this one for LA. And that is Brooke Anastasi coming back on. Throw in for LA with under 3 minutes to go in the offensive area, but it'll be scooped up by Teplo. Up the right side, but there to cut it off. This is the Spartans defense. This is played off the heel of Anastasi by herself. Schultz by herself. And Bayard. Waiting for it is Moore. Up the left side, they'll try to get it to Moore. Tries to get it into the box, and it's cut off by Podreski. Good defense by Anna. And this will go over the near touchline. And it was off of Schultz, so it'll be a throw in for Nobles. Clock stopped with 2 minutes to go. Remaining time to be kept on the field. Out of bounds, a lot of contact there. Tyree couldn't draw a foul. Burdos into the middle. Tyree. Burdos goes down. Foul called on Burdos. Throw in for LA. It's going to be Rems to take it. Ahern goes down. So a free kick for LA late in the first half. So it's Chappell and Body standing over it. And it'll be Body! And the field goal is good. It's a little too much under that one for Janiyah. One last gas maybe for Nobles. Well, this will be cut off by Podreski. And that'll do it for the first half. Again, goals of the 18th minute by Kylie Burdos and the 20th minute by Brooke Ahern. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back in 10 minutes with the second half here from Lawrence Academy in Groton, Mass. With your score, the LA Spartans 1 and the Nobles Bulldogs 1. This is NEPSAC Girls Soccer on LSP. Welcome back to the second half of NEPSAC Girls Soccer here on LSP. Sam Feely here with you from Lawrence Academy in Groton, Mass, alongside Max Hooven on camera. 1-1 our score as we begin the second half. Goals by Kylie Burdos on a free kick in the 18th minute and Brooke Ahern on the equalizer in the 28th minute. It's pretty indicative of how this game has been played out. No team really dominating the other in any facet of the game. That's what you want out of a Nobles team that's 8-2-1. Coming into play, and LA at 7-4-1, and both teams hoping to secure playoff berths. As this is a tackle that will result in a free kick for LA. And just having a little bit of trouble with the camera, folks, so we'll fix that right now. Whoops. All right. Burdos, who's been hurt much of the year. That's why she hasn't been much of a factor in the offense, but did pick up her first goal in the first half. Played over to the right side for Lowry. Chance out to the top of the box, and it's swept aside. Come over to the near touch line for a throw-in for Nobles. Lowry. Now Ahern. Has Chappell on her right. We'll try to get it back to Ahern, but Lowry's there to cut it off. But getting it back is Ahern after the pass from Sheehan. Into the box and off target for Anastasia, who was crashing in. But a turnover in the box, trying to keep it alive, is Chappell, and it'll go out of bounds for a throw-in for LA. Anastasia coming out of nowhere to nearly put LA on top. Out of bounds for another throw for LA. Bryant trying to get the edge for a cross. Being forced towards the corner, gets the cross. Behind the goal. This will result in a corner for Nobles. And it'll be Pats to take it. Swings it with the right leg, low line drive, bounced around. Pats is there. To the side of the cage and out. A little more than 5 minutes gone by here in the second half. No goals thus far in the second half. Still 1-1 our score. I'd like to remind you that LSP's next broadcast is Wednesday afternoon when the Lawrence Academy Spartans host the Rivers Red Wings in NEPSAC field and ISL field hockey action. Watch the game live at localsportsproductions.com/live. Then stream the game the next day at localsportsproductions.com/on-demand or on the LSP YouTube channel. Excuse me, or buy a DVD of the game at the LSP store. Chance here! Yes! Ella Madura picks up her 8th of the season at the very end of the 46th minute. And Nobles leads 2-1. Madura with her 8th goal, padding her team lead. Now Ahern looking to equalize right off the kickoff, and it goes out of bounds. LA not wasting any time, trying to get back to level. Ahern tries to get it out up top. No foul. LA keeps possession. The cross! And Noble's able to get it out of there. Bryant gets cut off by Smith. Bryant does win a throw. Smith is there. And the clearance from the back line. Collision there as the clearance was attempted. And Gargano's there to pick it up. But Nobles with the 2-1 lead right now. All our goals, well, actually did the math wrong. I was about to say all our goals coming in the X8th minute, but that last goal is in the 46th, so my mistake. Sun shining right in your eyes. I am aware of that, folks, but that's just how the field is. But thank you, Max. Looks like we have an injured player right now. And face down on the field. Try to make out the jersey number. And that is Ella Madura, the leading scorer for Nobles. And this is not a good sign for the Bulldogs. They already lost Burdos for a long period of time before she came back. But, no, that's Burdos. I thought that was Madura hopping up. My mistake. So the Nobles players going over to their bench while Madura is tended to. And this looks like concussion protocol. I'm just trying to make out what the trainers are saying to her. But clock is running, but of course this will be added back on after the when the 2 minutes. When it's 2 minutes left, and Madura walking off with a little bit of support. So it obviously isn't a leg, but able to walk off and put weight on her leg. So it obviously isn't a leg injury, but this is scary stuff for Nobles to deal with their leading scorer. Ahern up the left side. Tries to get across into the box. Nobody there but white jerseys. Throw-in comes into the box. Chappell was trying to bring it out for a chance, but she was being forced out of there by the Nobles defense. Really no opportunity there. And out of all that, a throw-in for Nobles. Now another chance for Nobles. Nice move, the shot! Scooped up by Gargano, denying Gardner of her third goal of the season. Third save made by Faith Gargano. Up the middle, but a little too strong for Gardner. Gargano will pick it up before Gardner can make a play on it. We approach 15 minutes gone by in the second half. And the difference right now, the 46-minute goal by Ella Madura, who had to come off after getting banged up shortly after scoring that goal. And I'm looking at the bench right now, and it looks like she is getting, I thought it was possibly concussion protocol, but looking down at the Nobles bench, it looks like she is getting her right ankle or foot looked at. So it'll be interesting to see if she's able to play on her, if they'll keep her out for precautionary purposes. Of course, if Nobles can extend this lead, I think they'll feel more comfortable keeping her out. And as I alluded to at the top of the broadcast, they have plenty of offense up and down the roster. Bryant, Madura, Pats, Ava Madura, I should say. Ava Madura, not just Ella Madura. Pats, Bertos, Fiorella, Gardner. They got scores. That is not at all in question. LA has scores too, but scoring is pretty concentrated. You got two players with 4 goals, one of them with 5. That being Ahern with her goal in the 28th minute, and Chappell with 4. Then you have Anastasi with 3, Smith with 2, and that's it for multiple goal scorers. So, sucks for Nobles to lose Madura. But with Burdos back in the line, but all the scoring they have beyond that, they should be okay. And hopefully, for Noble's sake, Madura will be okay further down the line. She won't miss much time. Actually, going down, looking at the, yeah, she's got her hoodie on at this point. I think she's done. She still has her boot off. She's got her hoodie on covering her jersey, so I think they may keep her out for the rest of the game, regardless of how this plays out. You know, you talk about the Willis Reed moment, the Willis Reed type moments in sports. Willis Reed didn't even actually do that much in that Game 7 of the NBA Finals for the Knicks. It was just a matter of inspiration. He didn't actually contribute that much. People forget that. I mean, it's not a Mandela effect in the sense that it didn't happen at all. It just didn't happen the way you remember it. Because remember, Christopher Columbus never set foot in what is now America. Here's another chance for Nobles to maybe extend their lead. Shot from the top of the box, blocked by Podreski. Now the cross, and nobody there waiting for it for Nobles. And I think the ball is over the end line anyway because the referee is pointing to the spot for a goal kick. So, pointing to the line for a goal kick anyway. So, substitution right now for Nobles as Laurie comes off and Liz Bayard comes on. Good persistence by Chappell, but it's going to be swept aside by the Bulldogs. Body up the right side. Anastasia at her back turn. She tries to catch up to it, and there will be a throw in here for LA. Now go into the woods. Reese Tyree behind the play, lacing up, Liz Gardner behind the play, lacing up her boot. Good thing Nobles didn't try to make a run for her. Ahern trying to get an awkward-looking cross there, but it's picked up by Teplo. Teplo launches it. And now a chance for Tyree. Swept aside. LSP is a proud member of the Avis affiliate program. Use the promo code on your screen or click the link in the video description for up to 30% off your rental from Avis. Pass into the middle. Gardner trying to do it herself, gives it up. Back to McSweeney. Now back to Gardner, who plays it back. Bryant drops it off for McSweeney. McSweeney maybe doing too much dribbling. Oh, and now Ahern. Ahern might be all alone. The Nobles fans wanted a foul over the crossbar. Boy, Ahern could have easily been called for a foul there. But the referee said play on. In addition, the foul was also kind of close to being an offside, too. But eventually, after much breath holding and nail biting, Nobles remains on top. We approach 18 minutes to go in the half, and looks like we got some substitutions. And we'll also have a throw. Up the right side, waiting for it is Moore. We'll try to spring Bryant. Bryant with pressure on the back line. Play on, says the official. Out to the middle. Berto sidestepped contact. And they'll try to spring Ahern. Ahern's got 3 defenders in front of her. Tries the self-pass and draws a foul. And it was the referee's assistant who called that one, not the referee herself. So it'll be Cam Weaver, whose name we haven't called today, to try and launch one and maybe tie this game if she can connect. The Spartans are very spread out here. This will be a low-line drive, and it'll be cleared easily. Weaver's waiting for it to come back to her, but it won't. And this will go into the woods. LSP is the live event specialist. Ask us about streaming your next sports game, gaming tournament, wedding, concert recital, play, meeting, or other event. Rates start just $100 per event. Visit localsportsproductions.com/services or email sam@localsportsproductions.com for more information. Yep, just got to go. How about now? Well, one way to tell.
No response. Oh, wait.
No?
Let's see.
No, I have no power here. Why is there...
We want to just try and switch adapters for now. Let this
Yeah.
be one that, yeah.
it on for you? As you could probably gather by the Nobles fans cheering while we fix the camera situation, Lily Bryant picking up her 7th goal of the year in the 67th minute to make it 3-1 Nobles. And now we have some issues with the focus, but we should be okay now. Actually, I don't know what's going on with this camera. It's the same camera, but yeah, I do. All right, 1 second, folks. What is going on now?
Will the screen be on your side?
Yes, yes, hang on, hang on. See that smudge on the lens?
Hey, great shot, Lily. Keep it up. Let's go, Liv. Good job, White.
Okay, we are back. Sorry, folks. 3-1 our score, under 12 minutes to go. And now another chance for Nobles, but the save made by Gargano. 4th save of the game for Gargano. It just occurred to me that Teplo really hasn't had to make a save today. The one shot on goal has gone in for LA. That's a credit to the Nobles defense, certainly. Ahern goes down trying to get a cross into the box and plays it out of bounds. So it'll be a goal kick for Nobles. Are you down with the sound called LSP? Then follow us on the web at localsportsproductions.com, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Patreon, and Teespring LSP37, Snapchat LSP Media, and subscribe to the LSP YouTube channel. Ten minutes to go. Nobles looking to make it 9-2-1 on the season and 6-2-1 in ISL play. Lawrence Academy would fall to 7-5-1 and 4-4 in ISL play if this score holds. Burdos And a whistle. And it looks like the play is offside. LA after this game are on the road for the rest of the season. They are at Andover next, excuse me, they have one more home game, as this will result in a corner for LA, but they have Rivers here next Wednesday, and that's their last home game. That'll be senior day. Then they'll be at Andover next Saturday, at Groton next Wednesday, and at BB&N to close out the season in primetime next Friday. Body has it taken away by Bryant. Bryant plays it into the middle for Burdos. Pass to the right side. Moore. Now Burdos over the end line for a goal kick. Substitutions for Nobles. And among them, Liz Gardner back on. Just checking on status of Ella Madura. She is still on the bench with her leg elevated too. But with a 3-1 lead, I think it'll be comfortable enough for Joanna Halleck to say, you got the rest of the day off, kid. And hopefully she will be back in due time. For Nobles, and hopefully back for our broadcast of Nobles soccer against Brooks next Friday. And we anticipate that being part of a doubleheader, along with a MIA football playoff game, whether it involves Greater Lowell or Austin Prep, possibly both of them. Because it's certainly possible that they could get paired in the Division VI North tournament. And that is going to be a tough division with Bishop, Fenwick, and Stoneham at the top of the bracket. But check localsportsproductions.com/live in the coming days, as this was rifled right in on Eliza Teplow, and the toughest play she's had to make today, other than the goal she conceded to Ahern. She makes the save. But again, like it's been pretty well balanced up to the point which Nobles got the lead. But again, only 2 shots on goal and 1 save, as Ahern has it swept away. But that's, like, it's been pretty even in terms of scoring chances, but in terms of actual shots on goal, it's 7-2. And that's a credit to the Nobles defense snuffing out the opportunities for Nobles, for LA rather, before they can get in on Teplow. And with 4.5 to go, LA trying to apply a little bit of pressure, hopefully salvage a point out of this. They try to make a run for more, but it'll be cut off by Podreski. Weaver keeps her footing. And I misspoke. It wasn't Weaver who took that free kick earlier. It was actually Chappell. I should have known it was the teal headband. And Weaver's got the flaming red hair, and she doesn't really wear a headband. My apologies to the Weaver and Chappell families. Was calling Chapel fine before that point? It's been a hard day, folks. We were without picture for the last Nobles goal. We apologize to the Nobles fans, but I'm sure Mr. Madura and Mr. Burdos can describe it to you if you're watching later. Certainly heard it. Yeah, for some reason the power, one of our power adapters isn't working anymore for our cameras, but. Working earlier. But we should be good to go for the last 3 minutes. Although we're going to have a little bit of stoppage time inside these last unofficial 2 minutes because of the injury to Ella Madura. And who knows, maybe it's enough time for LA to get back on the scoreboard. Maybe put a little bit of pressure on Nobles. But right now, Kylie Burdos is going to take this free kick. And everybody's bunching up in the box. Burdos launches it. Too far. Closest to it is Moore. Goes into the corner. And all the way back out to McSweeney. Now Burdos again. Ahern. Soft touch over to Chapel. Smith has it taken away. Under 2 minutes to go. Again, remaining time being kept on the field. And there will probably be a lot more than 2 minutes after the injury to Madura earlier. Up the middle for Gardner. Gardner. Now Chapel. Launched for Ahern. Ahern plays it up the left side for Sheehan. Sheehan trying to get the cross. Cleared aside. Anastasi was bearing in. Excuse me, not Anastasi, Schultz. They try to get it back in for Schultz. Not there. Ahern with pressure from behind. Now Weaver. I don't know if she wanted to go straight to the right there, but that's where it went. And Nobles will have possession. Comes all the way back to Podreski. Launches it up the right side. Substitutions. Reese Tyree comes on. Kylie Burdos with her first goal of the season comes off. Again, we're going to be more than 2 minutes, definitely. Free kick for Nobles, but I don't think they'll be in a rush to take it. That is Pats. Gargano snuffs it out. Baird. Body. So who do you give player of the game to? I think you got to give it to Ella Madura with her 8th goal of the season. Well, league leaders in the ISL. And ended up being the game-winning goal unless Ahern. Second save made by Teplo. Yeah, Madura with her 8th goal. That's good for 22 points. Of course, in soccer, it's 2 points for a goal and 1 point for an assist. So 8 goals and 6 assists for Madura. And she will be our player of the game Sure, Chris Madura will be happy to hear that. Chappell trying to get the corner for a cross goal kick. Referee looking at her watch. Nobles in no rush to take this. I was just waiting to the point where they would get a delay of game yellow. Ahern fans on it. To the left and Sheehan. Upfield, closest to it is Jordan Rems, and that'll do it. Again, our player of the game, Ella Madura, with her team-leading 8th goal. That ends up being the game-deciding tally. And with the win, Nobles improves to 9-2-1, 6-2-1 in ISL play. With the loss, LA falls to 7-5-1, 4-4 in ISL play. So with that said, this has been a presentation of local sports production serving Greater Boston student athletes since 2011. Copyright 2019, unauthorized redistribution of any portion of this broadcast without the express written permission of local sports productions is strictly prohibited. A reminder that LSP is a proud member of the Avis affiliate program. Use the promo code on your screen or click the link in the video description for up to 30% off your rental from Avis. Lawrence Academy would also like to remind you that their annual admissions open house is November 2nd. Check out lawrenceacademy.info for more details. LSP's next broadcast is next Wednesday afternoon when the Lawrence Academy Spartans host the Rivers Red Wings in NEPSAC at ISL field hockey action. Watch the game live at localsportsproductions.com/live. And stream the game the next day at localsportsproductions.com/on-demand or on the LSP YouTube channel, or buy DVD of the game at the LSP store. And be sure to follow LSP on the web, localsportsproductions.com, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Patreon, and Teespring, LSP37, Snapchat, LSP Media, and subscribe to the LSP YouTube channel. Once again, the final score from Lawrence Academy in Groton, Mass. is the Nobles Bulldogs 3 and the LA Spartans 1. For Max Hooven on camera, my name is Sam Feely, reminding you freelance isn't free. Thanks for tuning in.